Hi, I'm Jeremy Fisher, and in this tutorial we're looking at the intro riff from Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses off the classic album Appetite for Destruction. If you like this video, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, you can do that in the description. On the recording, I think they're tuned down a half step, so if you want to play in the position I'm going to show you along with the record, you're going to have to tune your entire guitar down a half step. Your low E goes to E flat, and so on from there. I'm in standard tuning, and I'm going to show it to you in the key of D, but also if you want to play along with the record and you don't want to change the tuning of your guitar, you could just shift the whole thing down a half step. So the riff is built around the chords, all right? And we're going to start with this D power chord shape up here with my index finger on the 12th fret of the 4th string. And nice and slow, here are the notes. Repeat that. The second phrase is almost exactly the same, only the first note changes. So the next note to start is on the 14th fret. I'm going to do that with my middle finger on the 14th fret of the 4th string. Again. The next one starts on the 12th fret of the 3rd string. And that first note's different than the original phrase, and the rest is all the same. And the last phrase is the same as the first. And on the very last time, leading into the verse, instead of repeating that first part, the very last phrase, the last time around, goes. All right, let's talk about a couple of other things, mainly what's going on with my right hand. So why this riff sounds so great on the record is it's played very cleanly by Slash. It may be tempting to sort of hold your fingers in a position or whatever, but you don't want the notes to ring out over one another. You want to lift them off just at the last second. You want them to be nice long notes. Just like that. The reverb underneath rings out and gives the whole thing a nice smooth sound. But in your actual playing, it's got to be very clean or it'll just sound muddy and the notes will grind against one another. You can use a little bit of left hand muting here. You know, as soon as I'm pulling off that first note to play the next one, I'm muting this string here. I'm also muting the other strings with my palm, and I'm even holding on with my fingers onto that first string. Muting is the name of the game. You really want to mute all the strings that you're not playing so there's no extraneous noise whatsoever. And the next tip about playing this cleanly is I am alternate picking. So that means it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So alternate. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And go nice and slow until you get that clean. It will really help with the the overall sound of the riff and getting it to sound like it does on the record. Couple other tips about it is I am playing an SG here. It's actually an SG copy. It's one of the lawsuit ones, Orville by Gibson, but I love it. It's in the neck position pickup, so the one that's labeled rhythm. So if you got a humbucker in your neck position, that's where you want to be. You want to have fairly high gain on your distortion, whatever you use to get distortion, whether it's a pedal or an amp. And then the only other effect is reverb, and it's a nice long, almost like arena-like, stadium-like reverb. So there's quite a long decay. There's not that ton of it in the mix, so it's nice and clean. And I'm using a Hall of Fame reverb by TC Electronic that lets you put a little bit of pre-delay on, which means that the note rings out just a little bit before the reverb kicks in. So that helps with the clarity as well. Clarity is the name of the game here. Oh, one other thing, I am choked up here pretty close to the neck because it gives a nice bloom to the note. It's not an aggressive sound, especially for, you know, a hard rock band. It's Sweet Child of Mine, right? You want that sweet sound. So if you choke up here rather than playing back toward the bridge, gives a nice little bloom on the attack of the note rather than something more aggressive. Okay, here we go. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you play it differently, or you have any other tips about how to make it really sound like it does on the record. It's an outstanding intro to a song, one of the best of all time in my opinion. Thanks a lot for following along today. Again, my name's Jeremy Fisher, and if you're looking for more tutorials or to support this channel, please head on over to patreon.com/JeremyFisherMusic, and I'll see you back here soon for another music tutorial.